Hi there, friends. Martha Creek reading from Martha's Pearls, A Spiritual Approach to Life, Chapter 17, Faith. Faith. I feel a little cautious venturing into a topic as big as faith. While I believe that faith has carried me through every single frightening, painful, stressful, challenging experience of my life, I don't presume to know what faith is or what faith means. How would you describe faith? What do you know about faith? With the changes in our world always in our face, now seems like a really good time to draw on the faith of our ancestors and our own integrity to move in the direction that creates hope, faith, and love in our own inner world. I can look back on several experiences in my life and see the best and worst uses of faith in making my decisions and choices. One example of using faith is when I went to look for a job in areas for which I was not qualified. I applied for an executive assistant position at a bank and was told by the human resource vice president that I was not qualified for the position. She invited me to go ahead and be interviewed for it, however, as that would clear me for the protocols for another position within the bank that I was qualified for. Therefore, I could skip some of those steps. I had faith that somehow I would get the job for which I wasn't qualified. It didn't make sense. She told me I wasn't qualified, and I didn't believe her. I had faith that I was going to get that job. I went into those interviews confident, willing, faithful, and ready that I would have if I had not had the faith. I went in with more confidence, willingness, readiness, faithfulness, certainty than I could have had if I didn't have any faith. Yes, I was offered the position I wanted, the position that I wasn't qualified for. On another occasion, I accepted a position in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I had never lived more than an hour or so away from my home of Bug Tussle, Kentucky. I had never been to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I did not know anyone there. Faith carried me along that journey. I remember someone cautioning me about moving there. They couldn't comprehend why I would. They cautioned me about taking a blind offer for a job. I remember feeling this strange and deep peace about it. And then I replied to my friend that was concerned about me that, quote, the road back from Fort Lauderdale is just as short as the road to Fort Lauderdale. Likely that remark came out sarcastically, as that was my consciousness back then. And I'm just a thought away from it today. However, I truly believed there was nothing for me to lose by going to Fort Lauderdale. And I believed that there was plenty to experience. On the other side of the spectrum, faith, blind faith. I offered my car keys to my alcoholic brother when I was leaving the country on a cruise trip. I made a secret deal with God in faith that if there is a God, if you exist, God, if there is a God, This decision for me to hand my brother, my alcoholic brother, my car keys would work out okay. Do you want to guess what happened? Yes, he drank. Yes, he drove the car. Yes, the car was totaled that same night, and my brother was not scratched. He had no injury whatsoever, and the car was totaled. I had a transformation about what faith is and what sensibility is. I am now grossly aware that I humanly misunderstand most concepts and that reality is always in charge. Faith is personal and mysterious. It is rewarding. It is for me to be developed and to regularly take the time to review my own convictions, my own belief systems. They each carry consequences, implications, and yes, infinite possibilities in faith. MarthaCreek.com to contact me.